Hello everyone, Jeremy here. Another little video. It is election day in the US of A, and it's hectic, and the tension is palpable. And even here in Victoria, Australia, it's hectic. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone's on edge, uh, because everyone thinks that Trump is fully mega evil, and that he's going to take over the world or something. And it's really bizarre and strange and off-putting and doesn't make me feel good because I support Trump unashamedly. I like him. I think he's cool. I think he's funny. I think he loves America. I think he's a good man. I just been watching his rallies. He has all these kids. He loves his kids. He just for all these different reasons, I like him. Um, but isn't it funny how I have to justify, why I like him and stuff, but the other side, they don't have to explain themselves or anything, but we have to explain ourselves. And that's what I want to kind of talk about today. Is I had an interesting day with my parents. I'm not putting my parents on blast because they're my parents. They're my parents. But it was just weird because I went and visited my mom, and as soon as I went there to play. I went there to play guitar and to play Star Wars Pod Racer Episode 1. And as soon as I get in there, they're like, "Oh, it's the end of the world," and "Oh, he's a maniac," and I'm like, I just said something like, "Oh, it's not that. He's not that bad." And then my mom was like, "Yes, yes, he is. He says these things that he's good with words, and he gets people and brainwashes people." And I was just like, "Oh man, no, I couldn't. I have difficulty standing up for myself because maybe she'd throw me out of the house or not want me there or something, And isn't that unfair that I have to be walking on eggshells just because I like Trump? That everyone thinks I'm this evil thing just because I like Trump. What the hell? I think he's a good man. I think, and my dad also, who is pretty based, but he thinks Trump is the next Hitler. And I've just been watching D-Day Cobra, Jeremy D-Day Cobra, doing his coverage. And my dad could hear me listening to it. And he was like, "Oh, I can't stand a bloody word that I'm hearing from that shit." And I'm like, "What? What's wrong? I'm just watching a rally." He's like, "Oh." And I've bet a bit of money on Trump. I'll win $200 if he wins, which I hope he does. It's looking like he will. We don't know. It's election day today. It's looking really good, but we don't know. But I will win $200. And my dad said something like, "Oh, that 200 won't serve you well when it happens." And I said, "When what happens?" And he went, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah, you've got no case." He thinks he's going to start a war or something. And I said, "Dad, he doesn't want to. He wants to end war, not make war." And he was like, "Oh, bullshit." So they're all just indoctrinated, and there's no way to get through to them, and I have to keep my silence, like a little bitch, because it's just so unfair. And I when I was at my mom's, I turned on the TV. Here in Australia, we have a lot of lefty woke news outlets. Basically, all of them are. And one of the big ones is ABC, and I turn on ABC, and I turn on the TV rather, and there I see is ABC, and they've been watching this and that on ABC News, and so the news has told them what to think. I don't think they've actually sat down and listened to Trump and what he has to say, except for they've heard sound clips of "grab him by the pussy" and all those things, so they think it's he's evil and all this stuff. When I've actually listened to him, seen him as a man, and been like, "Oh, okay, he's a good man." Um, and I don't care about the whole "he's rude" and stuff. I think it's funny, and I think there should be no bullshit in discussion. You may as well say what you want to say, and he does. So yeah, it was just a weird day of the tension is so strong. You could cut it with a knife. You really could. That expression, you really could. Even here in Australia, where it's not even our politics. The only reason I say my piece is because I really love America. Some of my favorite people are Americans. I've got friends in America. I love America. It's so cool. I've been there before. Great people. Beautiful country. And I went to like California and stuff. It was cool. Back a long time ago, like 20 years ago, when it was like different, cooler, better. Yeah. So I've been I made a video recently about how my friend had cancelled me because I went to Tucker Carlson. I laugh. I shouldn't laugh because he's my friend, but it's just so funny that I find it funny that Tucker Carlson broke me and my friend up, or Tucker Carlson and Trump broke me and my friend up. That's on my friend, not me. He gave me the ultimatum of believe my politics or else. That was on him. And I said, no, I'm not going to back down. I support Trump. All you guys get to say your things. Why can't I get to say what I believe in and what I think is good? But no, I'm like some Nazi or whatever because I like Trump. So there's a few things going on in my head about this election. And it's looking good for Trump, like really good. Like his rallies, everyone's behind him. They're saying the whole too big to rig. It's exciting. I do want him to win. I do, because it will bring in a golden new age. That's what we've been talking about in the spiritual community. I'm not saying that Trump is the herald of the golden age, but there's definitely a shift happening worldwide. You can feel it spiritually. At least I'm spiritual. You don't have to be. That's okay. But I'll give you the spiritual perspective in my videos. Yeah, so what else? It was just awkward today with my parents. My dad is still fuming. He's around in the other room somewhere. He's still fuming. He's still angry. Am I that bad? Am I that evil, really? No, in my videos, I talk about having a moral code and living by your moral code, not anyone else's. I think that's really important. Even if it conflicts with other people's beliefs, and even if you have to stand alone, you should remain steadfast in your beliefs. And that's happening to me. My friend brought up a point. He brought up, I was telling him about today, and he was like, man, it's not even worth like defending yourself about Trump and saying that you go for Trump because you're just going to isolate everyone. I was like, no, they get to say all their stuff about the other side and Kamala and all these things. Why can't I say what I want to say? And as soon as I do, I get vilified and demonized and like I'm some evil thing. So unfair. But I guess we all kind of knew this, us Trump supporters, didn't we? Like we knew we were going to lose friends, and we knew because the other side is just so indoctrinated. They get the latest downloads from the news, and that's what they think. They think what the news tells them. I don't watch the news. I unplugged my antenna at age 16. I watch a lot of YouTube, like podcasts and stuff like that. I don't watch the mainstream media news. It's fear-based, mongering stuff. Stay far away from it. One of the best decisions of my life, unplugging my antenna. Best decision of my life, one of them. And yeah, so I curate my own what I want to see with online, YouTube, Rumble, all these different things. I like to think that I'm not in an echo chamber. I like to think that I get different, diverse opinions, and I do. But and I take them on board. But I still believe in what I believe, and no one has made me think otherwise of Trump. Made me think differently of Trump by saying, "Oh, he's evil" or something. Well, he isn't, because I listen to him and I see a man who loves his family, who loves his country, he loves people. He does his little dance. He's happy. He's high energy. It's exciting. It's a good thing. Why are they all? People think he's the next Hitler. No. their minds are warped and they're kind of lost, and I can't get through to them. And I'm sure they think that of me. They think, oh, Jeremy's lost. We can't get through to him. He's been indoctrinated by the right wingers. He's alt-right. Yeah, I'm sure they think that. But if they actually sat down and wanted to listen to what I had to say, they'd find out I had a really good set of morals and a really good nuanced opinion. But no, they don't want to hear that. They just would rather cancel. Like my friend, he'd just rather delete me from his life. Been friends for 2 decades, rather delete me. Even my parents now, like, it's awkward, and we just have to not talk about it because they're going to go psycho. Because Trump is looking like Trump's going to win. So, yeah, he might not, but we're pretty damn optimistic over here. Yeah. So, man, have you guys experienced any cancellation or anything for supporting Trump, even if you're not in America like me? And I think you can care about other countries' politics if you are genuine and like care about. I mean, I don't want there to be a World War III. I don't like war. I don't want to go fight in someone else's war. And Trump says that he wants to stop the war in Ukraine. He wants to stop Israel and the other one. He wants to stop the Middle East shit. Yeah, that's what I hear from him. That's what I see from him. He had no wars under his last presidency, and things were looking good. And then Biden happened, and there was all these escalations and wars, and no one took America seriously. So yeah, I see him as like this good man, but I'm demonized. Yeah, I'm demonized for liking him, supporting him, and I don't even bring it up that much. I don't lecture. I'm not like super annoying about it. I barely even talk about it. I'd rather talk about guitar or Star Wars Pod Racer or different things that I've been doing today. That's what I focused on, but they brought it to the forefront of Trump is the devil, Trump is Hitler. Oh, yes, I'll be okay. Like, I'm still I'm not backing down. I've lost friends. Maybe family is next. I don't know. But I have to believe in what I believe, and I have to stand by it. Yeah, I'm not backing down. And it's just going to be so funny when he wins and they all freak out. And then they are going to see that he's like not this evil thing. He's going to like change America for the better. And that brings me back to my point I got distracted before, is the reason I care is because it has worldwide implications. And I live on the world, so, I care about, I don't want there to be wars and all these different things. All these bad things. So, yeah, I have to justify myself, but they don't. I get deleted and cancelled, but they don't. All these different things. And it is quite unfair, as I mentioned. But, I'm not backing down. It's looking good for Trump. It's exciting. It will. I kind of want this election just to be over, like, just so these people aren't so crazy anymore. Because I have to deal with them. I don't want to deal with them anymore. So, I just want to end this on, like, have you guys experienced cancellation or anything because you like Trump? Or went to Tucker Carlson like I did? It's curious, isn't it, that we get cancelled for our beliefs, and they think that every Trump supporter is evil. It's like, 250 million Americans? That's quite judgmental, far out. The whole time, I never hated Biden supporters. I never hated them. I was like, okay, if you like him, that's cool. I just think he's like gone, and then Kamala showed up, And I was like, she's vapid and fake, so fake. But if you like her, go vote for her. The sentiment of most Americans I hear is, go vote. Whoever it is, go vote. And I agree. You should exercise your right to vote. Even if it's not for the person I want, you should still go vote. You should do it. Yeah. So I guess this is my little story of just today, with the mini awkwardness with my parents, some discussions with friends about it. I mentioned my previous ex-friend, I guess he is now. I mean, I love the guy, but I guess he doesn't love me. I talked about that. Yeah, I feel a little bit bad, like a little bit ostracized, just because of my beliefs. I'll be okay. I'm going to just chill out tonight, and it'll happen tomorrow. If Kamala wins, I think it'll be pretty bad for the world, devastating to the world. Because I don't want there to be any World War III. I don't want that to happen. But it's looking good for Trump, baby. Come on, Trump. And if you're American and you're watching my video, yeah, definitely go out and vote. It's really important. And I've told my American friends, like, you should vote, whoever it is. We didn't even get into specifics of who it was. I was just like, you should go vote. And they were like, yeah, I will. And I was like, good. So I'll be okay. Feel a bit dejected, but just like personally, things are going great for Trump and everything, but just personally, I felt a bit dejected and rejected by my own parents and friends and stuff. So now I'm just going to chill in my room and play some video games and stuff, and just take it easy for the rest of this time. And then tomorrow it'll all unfold. So that's my little video. Let me know what you think about Trump, and if you've been I'm curious if any of you have gone through something similar, like being cancelled. Even if you're not from America, like, it's so weird. It's not even our politics, but they get so angry and they hate me just because I like him. Okay, well, I'm starting to repeat myself, so that means end the video time. I'll just end it on, like, whatever happens, be chill. I hope there isn't, like, a civil war that happens in America. That would be devastating. No, that won't happen. Come on. And if Kamala wins, then I'll be fine. It's not like my personal pride will be hurt. I'll just be like, okay, that's like, it's bad decision by America, but whatever. But if Trump wins, yeah, baby, good things will happen. No wars. He'll secure the borders. I think that's important for America. Get rid of all those criminal migrants. We have the same problem here in Australia, but we're letting more of them in. We love them. We bring them more in. Bring all the criminals in. It's pretty hectic. Okay. How many times have I signed off? This will be like the 5th time. So that's everything, and let me know what you think. Okay, thanks everyone, and peace out. See you out in the stars.